Have you ever noticed how someone could go live every single day for months and still have the viewer count stuck in the single digits? Meanwhile, someone else just sits there reacting to TikToks and pulls in thousands. That gap isn't random, it's a system. Let's break something right away. Most streamers don't fail because they're boring or because they're not trying hard enough. There's something happening behind the scenes, something almost nobody talks about. And today, I'm showing you exactly what that is. By the end of this video, you're going to understand why 99% of streamers never make it, and what the 1% know that changes everything. So, let's get into it. Imagine this, you've been streaming for months, maybe years. You've upgraded your mic, you've added fancy alerts, you've got overlays that look better than 95% of Twitch, but no matter what, you're still sitting there at 1, 2, maybe 7 people watching. You try something new, and for a second it feels like things are changing. But the next day, back to square one. It's like shouting into a void that only 3 bots and your cousin can hear. And here's where it gets weird. On the other side of the screen, someone else is literally slurping noodles on stream, barely talking, and they're sitting at 8,000 viewers, donations popping off, Twitch front page, sponsorships. It looks like success comes down to sheer luck, like a lottery you didn't win. But what if I told you it's not luck? What if there's a whole invisible system running underneath Twitch, YouTube, and Kick that's deciding who gets seen and who gets ignored? And what if the majority of people streaming have no clue how it works? Let's start by answering the most important question. Why do so many streams stay stuck under 10 viewers? No matter how hard someone tries, it happens for 3 reasons: visibility, platform design, and viewer psychology. Let's break those down. First, visibility. Twitch, YouTube, Kick. Every single streaming platform is built around one idea. Once you're already popular, you stay popular. And once you're small, you stay invisible. This is called the Matthew effect. It's a term from sociology that says the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. And on streaming platforms, it looks like this. The more viewers you already have, the more the platform shows you to other viewers for what's already popular, because that keeps the average user watching longer. So if you're streaming to 2 viewers, the platform doesn't see you as a valuable asset, just background noise. But here's the trick no one tells you. You're not actually supposed to grow on the platform. The biggest streamers didn't start on Twitch. They brought their audience in from somewhere else. YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Reddit. The streaming platform isn't the stage, it's the after party. But most new streamers treat it like the main event. Second reason why streamers stay stuck under 10 viewers: platform design. Most people think streaming is about going live and waiting for viewers to show up. But that's like opening a lemonade stand in the middle of a desert at 2 a.m. You're technically open, but nobody's walking by. Streaming works if you already have attention, or you get attention before going live. But the way most platforms are built, they don't help you get that attention. They won't notify non-followers. They don't put your stream in front of people unless there's already momentum. So you're in a catch-22. You need viewers to get viewers. That's the invisible wall almost every streamer hits. The streamer glass ceiling. The moment where you realize that effort alone isn't enough. Because it's not about streaming more. It's about creating reasons for people to show up. Now let's go deeper. Now, let's talk about the problem all this leads to. The big problem? Streamers think they're building an audience, but what they're actually building is a schedule, a routine, a habit of being live, and hoping that being live is enough. But in 2025, that's a trap. Because being live means nothing if no one knows you exist. Streaming used to be a novelty. Back in early Twitch and Justin.v days, if you streamed at all, you had a good chance people would stop by. Not because you were amazing, but because there just weren't many options. Now, you're competing with thousands of other streamers, plus YouTube, TikTok, Discord, Netflix, podcasts, Instagram, and every app known to man. You're not just competing for viewers, you're competing for time. And that's why most streams die under 10 viewers. Not because the streamer isn't good enough, but because they're invisible in a world full of noise. So how do you break the streamer glass ceiling? Let's explore. The streamers who break through do one thing differently from everyone else. They treat streaming like a content business, not a hobby. Meaning, they don't just go live and hope. They reverse engineer success. They study what works. They build an audience outside the platform. They create short form content that hooks people. They turn live stream clips into TikToks, YouTube shorts, Instagram reels. They make moments shareable. They use the platform to distribute content, not as their only content outlet. Let's look at someone like Ludwig. He didn't just stream, he made YouTube videos. He made content that spread. He built memes, created headlines, clipped moments that went viral. When he went live, he wasn't just streaming, he was performing for an audience that already existed. Same with Cenat, same with Valkyrae, same with HasanAbi, same with Sikuno. Every big streamer today is bigger outside of their platform than inside it. That's the game now, and the problem is, most small streamers never learn this, so they stay stuck inside the bubble. They go leave more instead of creating more. Imagine if Twitch erased all your videos, no VODs, no clips, nothing. 90% of small streamers would lose everything. But if YouTube deleted all Ludwig's videos tomorrow, he'd still have 2 million people waiting for where he goes next. That's the difference. Streaming alone doesn't build a brand, it builds a routine. Brands are built by content, not just presence. So what's the climax? The turning point? The moment everything clicks? It's this. Streaming isn't the starting point. It's the reward for already building something people want to watch. Once you understand that, the whole game changes. Instead of trying to get to 10 viewers, you start asking, what's going to make 100 people care? Instead of trying to get followers on Twitch, you build a following somewhere else that you own. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Discord, somewhere you can pull people from. Instead of streaming 8 hours a day to no one, you stream 2 to 3 times a week and spend the rest of your time building your audience somewhere else. That's how you break the glass ceiling. You don't grind through it, you go around it. So what's the summary here? The reason most streamers never make it past 10 viewers has nothing to do with talent or effort. It's because they're trying to grow in a place that wasn't designed to grow them. They're trying to build an audience inside a system that hides them. They're treating streaming as the main event when it's really the after party. If you want to break the streamer glass ceiling, you need to become more than a streamer. You need to become a creator, a brand, a presence that people care about. Before you ever hit go live, streaming doesn't build attention. Attention builds streaming. That's the game now. Thanks for watching. The next video you need to see is already on the screen. Go tap it. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe.